Why is it that all 5 current players who have signed the biggest contracts in MLB history are currently on teams with losing records, except for the Angels who are just 3 games over 500? Is having a strong farm system and drafting well the key to winning a World Series?
I do this for my father, who I've only seen from time to time in my dreams. I do this for you. I do this for my mother.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Eli, and today we're going to be looking at why drafting talent is better than signing talent in the free agent market. Let's take a look at the most successful team of all time, the New York Yankees, who have endless pockets. Besides 2009, the last time the Yankees went on a tear and won multiple rings was from 1996 to 2000, when they won 4 World Series. The core 4 of Derek Jeter, Andy Pettitte, Mariano Rivera, and Jorge Posada all debuted in 1995, and the Yankees have drafted them in years prior. In their first full season in 1996, they won the World Series and would go on to win 3 of the next 4 World Series. So the team that everyone knows as the 27-time World Series champs and having endless amounts of money had their greatest run as a team when they were led by stars who the team had drafted and not signed as free agents. Speaking of those Yankees teams that did so well, let's not forget about Bernie Williams, who the Yankees signed as an amateur international free agent. The way the teams can rebuild and stack up their farm system with talents is through international free agents. This is cheaper than signing players to big contracts and can build up farm systems very well, like how the Yankees did with Bernie Williams. Let's look at other international free agents from recent memory and see how they help playoff and World Series teams. Robinson Cano was signed as an international free agent and helped the Yankees win the 2009 World Series. And then he signed a mega contract with the Mariners, and the Mariners haven't succeeded with him, and are currently in a 16-year playoff drought. Another international free agent success was Yoenis Cespedes and the 2012 Oakland Athletics. This brings us into the next topic of failures, and how signing big free agents and relying on signed free agents instead of a strong farm system and good draft picks is the wrong decision and leads to teams that don't make the playoffs. The Oakland A's found success in 2012 and 2013 as they had talent they developed and drafted like Josh Donaldson, Sonny Gray, Yoenis Cespedes, Jared Parker, and Eric Sogard. But then they saw a fall in 2014 when they had the best record in baseball and traded 3 talents for a half season of Jeff Samardzija and Jason Hamill. Who are the 3 prospects they traded to the Cubs? Billy McKinney, Dan Straley, and Addison Russell. After that trade, the team went from the best record in baseball to finishing second in the AL West and lost in the wild card game. And the season after that, they lost their homegrown talent like Josh Donaldson and Yoenis Cespedes, and managed to muster a 2015 campaign that saw the team win 68 games. Other failures because of big free agent signings were the Angels and Padres. I won't go into depth about the Padres as my latest video is on their infamous offseason of signings and trades, so if you haven't seen that video, check the description and I'll leave a link to that video. But I will show you how the Angels screwed up in free agent signings. The Angels in 2012 had the best player in baseball and signed one of the best players in baseball to a max contract, and signed other great talents like CJ Wilson, Josh Hamilton, and Zach Greinke. So why wasn't the team amazing and why haven't they won a World Series? That is just because mega contracts don't work out, and the Angels have never had a good farm system with a steady amount of talent, and the team has never drafted well besides when they drafted Mike Trout. Now that we've seen all the teams that have failed through free agency, let's take a look at recent World Series winning teams that have stacked farm systems and good draft picks. When the Philadelphia Phillies won the 2008 World Series, 4 of their top 6 position players, Chase Utley, Jimmy Rollins, Pat Burrell, and Ryan Howard, in terms of WAR, were draftees of the team, and they also had Cole Hamels, who the team had drafted. The Giants, starting in 2010, built a team that won 3 World Series in 5 years by drafting and developing. In 2010, their top 6 pitchers were Matt Cain, Tim Lincecum, Jonathan Sanchez, Brian Wilson, Madison Bumgarner, and Sergio Romo. And their MVP and best player was Buster Posey, and all 7 players the team had drafted. To further the point that World Series teams revolve around homegrown players, the 2014 AL champs and 2015 World Series winners, Kansas City Royals, were led by Lorenzo Cain, Eric Hosmer, Mike Moustakas, Alex Gordon, and Salvador Perez, and all were drafted by the team except for Lorenzo Cain, and he only played for 1 season with the team that drafted him before coming to the Royals. This same truth that drafting players and homegrown talent is better to build championship teams is currently true. Just look at the Cubs and Astros. This will hold true for the future as history will repeat itself. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you aren't already a subscriber, join the movement. And until next time.
Hold on, hold on.